YouTube? It's Chelsea the Destroyer. We're gonna watch another Max0r video, Red Dead Redemption 2. Grab your snackies, grab your bevies. Let me know what you're eating or drinking down below. Let's get to watching. I hope we're ready to watch my brain melt. All right.
Drunk driving. You know.
That is not loud.
Drunk driving.
That is too loud.
You know it. You love it.
No.
We do not condone it in any way.
But you know, on a horse, it's maybe different. Probably not.
Way, shape, or form. No matter how funny it looks, I am neither encouraging my viewers to booze nor to cruise.
Nope. Y'all know the time.
In any way, shape, or form. No matter how funny it looks, I am neither encouraging my viewers to booze.
He is drinking regular water. You cannot sue me. He's just making bad life choices by walking upon a railroad bridge.
Nor to cruise. But I am going to commit several felonies that have not been invented yet.
13.
Red Dead.
You know, if they're not invented yet, they're not technically felonies. It's not a crime the first time.
Redemption 2 is the greatest drunk driving simulator that I have ever played, with a funny cowboy game attached to it. And I've got to say that compared to the that I have ever played, with a funny cowboy game attached to it.
Most normal day in Georgia. Maybe Texas. What do you mean Georgia? I'm not even from Georgia, but maybe Texas, bud.
And I've got to say that compared to the various liquor laborings and inebriation transportations, that the cowboy part is pretty alright too.
Casual life in London, England. All right.
Taking place in one of the most massive, beautiful, and fleshed out worlds in gaming with the greatest protagonist I've ever experienced, the greatest villain I've ever seen, and the most hated villain I've ever seen, if I have only played one singular video game. And considering the absolute size of this bitch,
I think I will throw Mike off.
That is a possibility. Of course, that is Red Dead Redemption 2 before the miraculous experience.
Me and my father are watching a stabbing. It's father-son bonding time. That's how you bond.
That is modding the game until John is building his house during a...
Wait. Charles, please ignore the bullets. I watched a video about this happening, but there was like a cougar absolutely fucking attacking somebody, and it was so funny. I think that's a short that I watched. That's somewhere on my YouTube. Just me losing my shit about that video.
Violent insurrection. So if you are new to this channel, please allow me to describe to you the premise of this video. I do not explain games. I do not make them easier to understand. I add to the mystery of not playing the game by continuously spreading misinformation about it. And I am going to back up everything I am saying with the most legit...
That was a bear. That is a bear. Look at him go. Look at the bear go. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? That's so funny.
Legitimately unhinged video evidence.
All right.
That is so absolutely choreographed, so meticulously constructed that I planned out every single angle for every single shot in this video. And sometimes...
I'm having a stroke. It was difficult.
I will make the screen do this. So join me as we recount the themes, story, and gameplay of this fantastic software.
I want to see the themes. I'm sorry.
So join me as we recount the themes.
Me shooting you. Bitch, you are broke. Get the fuck out of my store. Price of admission. Can you die soon? God.
Story and gameplay of this fantastic software, as experienced through the dying brain of a schizophrenic man, where we will learn nothing, accomplish nothing, and flat out black out by going full throttle at empty bottle.
Sure, why not?
Chapter 1.
No one likes Chapter 1.
Everyone hates Chapter 1, so we're gonna skip that shit.
Okay. Chapter 2. This chapter is bad because I edited it first. Sorry. It gets better after this. Have a good one, guys. When you're drunk driving. When you drunk driving so drunkly and drivingly that you break physics and gravity.
Ah, I broke the goddamn wheel.
Flying down from the tutorial in a completely random direction, the
Can you stop the train in this game? I feel like you're gonna find out.
The gang finds themselves in the beautiful, wide-open countryside of New Hanover. Direction. The gang finds themselves in the beautiful...
Fuck, there's no Walmart.
Wide-open countryside of New Hanover, representing new opportunity.
Orchard, why do you keep inverting the colors?
Green pastures.
God, you vulture, release me from this elk's flesh.
And a fresh start.
When you say you don't like delicious apple fritters. Oh, buddy.
For all the kidnapping and murder that we have intently planned.
God, I'm never gonna get through this video. Sir, please stop
Plan on fitting. I can see absolutely no consequences for this, as Dutch is a very stable man.
Hello, Dutch.
Plan.
What?
Money.
All right, Dutch, I'd follow you unquestioningly for several years.
To emphasize our newfound freedom from the parasitic authorities. Haha, look at this guy, he's trying to fund Social Security. The game offers us a great deal of discretion.
Runs down the wildlife until they beg me for
allowing
death.
us to terrorize the public.
Sam, this guy, Killman, I need you to kill people. This is Guy Killman, I need you to kill people.
Various methods hitherto unknown by quantum mechanics.
If your author is doing this, it is in pain, put it
And if
down.
I decide that I want to sit here for 2 hours and smoke 500 cigarettes,
let
then
this
it is
happen.
my God-given right to do so. The founding fathers died for this shit, and now so will I. For an example of just one night I had in the town, I dragged a man through a river of human shit, antagonized random dudes on the street, entered the saloon, got absolutely plastered on gasoline, got into a bar fight, lost in a bar fight.
I don't know if it's ragdoll physics. The amount that people just go flying. Like, what stats does this man have? Like what? How?
Quickly made an exit by flying through the window, and discovered the amazing risk-free joys of drunk driving.
This is a joke. Do not actually drink and drive. Please don't.
This is not an endorsement of dangerous behavior.
They just don't make horses like they used to back in the
As the beer
day.
actually improves your driving.
Seriously, do not do this. Do not.
80% of crashes are caused by sober drivers. But what makes Blue Do Bamboozle, Green Fiend Reconvene, Yeller Feller Endeavor, Black Sack Get 'em Back, and Turquoise Purloined Embroiling 2
What?
into a really fun series of games that
Why do they fly off like that? What is happening? Can you like adjust the ragdoll in there to just make them do that? What is this?
I will be cutting between at random intervals is
The most normally colored Max0r
the fact
video.
that public harassment in this world
Me attempting to escape the consequences of my actions.
is not only entertaining and morally justifiable, but is in fact extremely profitable, as about 90% of all minor altercations will end in a gunfight, making the ensuing murder and kidnapping a reasonable act of self-defense, and giving a gunfight, making the ensuing murder and kidnapping a reasonable act of
I'm defending myself. Stop resisting, sir. This is my therapy and you will not shame me. Jesus fucking Christ.
and
He has a mod?
giving
Okay,
the
that makes
obligation
sense.
to ensure their property is returned to its right.
Grand total of 21 cents and 19 dead officers.
rightful owner.
This is gonna drive me crazy. This whole Max0r, please. You have forfeited ownership of your fucking life. Jesus.
Exactly as the founding fathers intended. Speaking of being highly profitable and
Author was assassinated by small alcohol.
fellow man, if you
Every once in a while, I get gassed doing this because it is constant in this video. So every once in a while, I'll just let it go, and then I'm like, but I want to know what it says. I am faster than the train. Please relax for a second.
If you happen to be a big fan of the root of all evil, then this is essentially the perfect software, as all gameplay mechanics, story, and general premises of this
The wild police officer hunts for coffee and
revolve solely around the acquisition of money, making this possibly the most realistic game ever set in America.
This is my private domicile. You are forbidden to quarter.
You can make money by exploring the map. Actually, never mind. Don't do that. It's a little snowy out here. Committing a highway robbery that never actually works. Committing highway murder, riding into a ranch and skinning every single animal. Slowly. Old McDonald fucking had a farm, turning into a bird and asking people for seeds, robbing a train, evading the pursuing gang stalkers, stealing the entire train.
Finally, we have surpassed the car.
And reminiscing on the beauty of America's once fabulous high-speed rail network.
The trolley problem? No. Trolley solution. Jesus fucking Christ.
As well as helping numerous individuals, actively begging the player for a taste of delicious lead. But by far the most efficient way to make money is also the avenue by which you spend.
You're fucking broke, dude. Can you do a video where you kill people with a rock? Oh, there's meds. We're fucked.
We are fucked. And no, I am not referring to gambling again, though that is a very efficient and safe prospect, as
90% of gamblers quit before making it
I
big.
reserve the right and privilege to summon 90 Cheetos whenever I lose a hand, but rather,
First of all,
I reserve the right and privilege to summon 90 Cheetos whenever
those are fucking mountain lions. Also known as Pumbaa. It's not Pumbas, God. Pumas. Also known as cougars. Ask me how I know. Anyway, those are not fucking cheetahs. You even have 90 cougars written on the screen. What do you mean cheetahs? Oh, wait, because you're cheating. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I'll let it pass.
I lose a hand, but rather through engagement with the various schemes and heists made available by our fellow criminals, which of course will have no long-term consequences, as Dutch is very eager to inform us. Because yes, though I do in fact work for an extremely high premium, our main task is not only the advancement of our wealth, but that of our entire camp of quirky characters, who after routinely performing Balkan-level massacres for, and donating millions of dollars to the max-level camp, will have Dutch turn around and tell me that we need to do just one more score, and that he needs just a little... Dutch turn around and tell me that we need to do just...
Partners are always saying just one more score. The score.
One more score, and that he needs just a little more money, as he has spent the entire camp
Dutch, please, we cannot keep spending the entire camp budget on a bunch of fucking candles. It's my camp, so I get to choose the coping mechanism. Candles, candles, candles. Stop buying candles.
budget on fucking candles.
Someone who is good at the economy, please help me. My plan is falling apart.
Well, Dutch, have you tried not spending so much on candles?
The candles are a key part of my plan, Orchard, and I find it disrespectful that you're bringing them up again.
Frankly, Black Lung, I don't think I can see enough around here.
Like, I would appreciate it if you fucking killed yourself.
As you can probably
All right.
the only thing more batshit than the basic gameplay
Basic gameplay is doing this 94 hours straight.
is the advanced gameplay, moving from location to beautiful location and chronicling the story of the Vanderlyn gang as they literally cannot stop killing people. Or most accurately, cannot stop ordering you to kill people specifically. Like, there's this mission in game where I'm escorting women to the store and it made me reconsider my opinion on the franchise.
Oh my god. Can't take it anymore. I need to booze and cruise.
It is truly incredible how much faster draft horses were in 1899.
Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Madagascar while I'm driving.
For another example of a productive money-making activity,
Dutch, I don't understand how being a bear is part of the plan.
My favorite mission is definitely the one where you go to the saloon and get so shit-faced that you begin to be haunted by the numerous ghosts of your dead friend Lenny, whose accident was unavoidable, yet the regret still haunts our protagonist to this day. I could go on, but if I were to talk about all the missions, we would be here for an extended runtime, longer than the entirety of Breaking Bad, with 20 hours to spare.
I have pizza in the kitchen. Nice. I'm excited about that later.
So forgive me if my insane rambling happens to pass over some details, like the amazing side quest where you play as the secret gang member, Bones
A skeleton.
Vanderland, who honestly was a pretty positive influence on the gang overall, and had a lot to say about anti-skeleton racism. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of my viewers, but these guys deserve reparations, and my channel is no place for the calciphobic. Rather, we are instead going to focus on the overall story of the gang, and how it closely parallels the failure of the nation once known as America. Should interest rates become more lopsided, they will buy Italy next.
The fuck am I looking at right now?
The broad fields of New Hanover, therefore, represent to the gang and to the player a pure, wholehearted expression of radical freedom, made possible only by the wide open.
Oh, because he showed the Breaking Bad thing where the pizza goes on the roof. Dutch, I'm sincerely doubting being a buck will advance the plan. It might. Do you know? Do you know it won't?
Wide open countryside, slavery, and the elimination of all those who stand in our way. Just like in the real America, which historically killed up to 8 million people to grow corn, and we would do it again. Do not be alarmed, though. I have absolutely no issues with the American government, because my true enemy is the American people, and there is still so much pain yet to inflict.
Why did that happen?
Now I don't know where the hell we are, but you are going to be hanged, Arthur, you hear me?
Good luck.
Sure thing, Dutch. Sure thing.
Yep, look at him behaving. It's gonna take a lot of what? This is gonna take a lot to Red Dead Redeem. It was a normal day in the town of Rhodes. We're 420 into the stream. Blaze it. Oh. The mods this man has. Like giant horse, tiny horse. Also the flying, you know.
Taking every oil wagon I can get. Done.
So after a laborious moving process
then.
involving the careful transportation of the women and children, we find ourselves exploring the wonderful, peaceful civilization of the state of Lemoyne. We find ourselves exploring the wonderful,
enjoying the natural beauty of the South.
Peaceful civilization of the state of Lemoyne. Meaning, of course, that I am blessed with the unique opportunity to discuss the topic of race relations in the post-Vellum South. A task which was apparently so hard for the devs that they simply set all plantation workers to be white people, so as to bypass the issue entirely. You will be working on your own land, you fucking Yakubian experiment. But we here on the Max0r channel are not ones to sugarcoat real history, nor are we going to disguise the horrors sadly inflicted on the skeleton race. This being said, I can completely understand, as a historically accurate Arthur Morgan would in fact be throwing the hard R faster than he throws his bullets.
Arthur, can you explain what the hell you just did to me?
Well, Dutch, I just don't understand why I can't say it. I mean, Lenny says it all the
You
time.
can't say that word in camp, Arthur. It's just not our word, okay? You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Of course, I'm allowed to say it because I am the special boy who can say the special racism, but like...
You can say it.
More importantly, Lenny's a skeleton now, so honestly, at this point, you're being bigoted in two ways.
The Vanderlyn gang might be genocidal, kleptomaniacal, and
Kleptomaniacal? Me scrounging for doubloons wherever bro finds a new coop game. Co-op game. Okay.
and against every form of law and basic reasoning. But we
Excuse me,
are not
officers.
going to do a hecking racist arena, and you will be forced to play the side mission where Bones and Lenny form a unique relationship of racial solidarity in opposition to the ruling capitalist class. And Arthur is just kind of like, you know, I feel pretty oppressed too with all the police chasing me, and Bones just kind of responds with, I'm sorry, Arthur, but you just wouldn't understand. Now, up until this point, I have been disguising a few important gameplay mechanics from you, which are all
Sure.
very important steps for Orchard to be Red Dead Redeemed or something. I wouldn't know, I didn't play the game. All this footage is from my secret evil twin. Starting, of course, with
I didn't actually play the game. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go.
your health, representing the ability to get shot, which is restored by intentionally getting hit by small bullets so that you eventually build a resistance to big ones.
Hey, let's resist bullets. Let's be immune to bullets. Ken? Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Your stamina, which is restored by stealing the food and cocaine present in unattended houses. And most interestingly, the Deadeye meter, representing your ability to kill everyone very quickly. And a skill which I have hitherto not shown in the video because it is really bad looking on camera. Unusually restored only by copious amounts of drinking and smoking. Which means that yes, drinking is not only used for the arduous task of
I'm too drunk to even walk? Yeah, that's why I drive.
vehicular operation, but is also a core gameplay mechanic, utterly vital to the flow of combat, and necessitating the
Let's go for another drive to the liquor store.
vast majority of my dad's income when I was 7 years old. Although you
That is a strong ass kid. You see that kid? Look at that kid.
majority of my dad's income when I was 7 years
Look at that kid. That is a strong kid.
old. Although you can't really blame the guy since there are 13 different ways to drink alcohol in this game and 0 ways to drink water. Speaking of not drinking any water and rapidly filling my stamina bar, one of the best and most effective ways for Arthur to boost his endurance is the consumption of a special item known as Gamer Subs energy drinks, which has this really cool mission about it where Arthur and Hosea offer the people of Rhodes various unique flavors of energy at only 40 cents per serving. Okay.
Which back then would be incredibly high.
Hey, everyone shut the fuck up, causing the local townsfolk to clamor into the video description, where they will use code Max0r with a 0 for 10% off all products, featuring a wide assortment of delicious energy flavors such as the Chug Juice, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000,
That name. Like, I get it, Russian Badger, but the name bothers me so much. It seems noxious, okay? I'm just saying, it drives me a little bit insane. Hi. So,
and Grandma's Ashes, which are all, of course, real
oh, I'm sorry. It was grandma's ashes, not grandpa's.
flavors that you can actually buy, filling the local populace with so much energy that they enter a transcendent state of productivity known as getting fucked up on the subs, and attracting the attention of the local authorities at the presence of such
Listen, I already drink purple water. I am willing to continue drinking purple water. Feel free to reach out for a collab, gamer sups. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm not big enough for that shit. But like, you know, let's make some purple bullshit together. Hey, dude.
criminal deals. Hundreds of people may be dead now, but that is how I keep the price low. Speaking
Oh,
of
good.
criminal deals and maintaining a defense against inflation,
America's off to solve the price of eggs by utilizing gun violence.
I probably should have mentioned by this point that Red Dead Redemption takes place in a fictional universe where those who rightfully commit mass murder and arson are attacked by a special gang called the Police, who actually try to stop you from doing crimes. And the main plot of this game is centered around this very conflict. You might call it battery and assault. Dutch calls it keeping the rent low in our neighborhood.
His mods are sending me. I've never played this game, so some of the mods I'm just like, what is happening? Jesus. I live inside of a low-income housing environment. You know, every once in a while you just gotta set off gun. legitimately, where I live in my neighborhood, randomly, cat hat, I will hear gunshots go off, and I don't live in like a bad part of town, and so I'm just like, is this like, is this keeping property taxes down? What the fuck are we doing? Like, why are there guns going off? Why do I have to be concerned about this randomly? Like, all right. I mean, it's like an old person neighborhood, so like, legitimately, it could be. I could absolutely see one of the old people in my neighborhood just being like, gotta do my civic duty, going outside with like a gun and shooting it up. Like, I just, you know. Random gunshots are indeed not infrequent in the South.
Law's been on us for a good time now, Black Lung. Maybe now's not the time for you to be hanging around.
Yeah, maybe Sean shouldn't be using that stupid Reddit page so much.
No, come on now, Arthur. Reddit is my favorite website.
Well, can't say he didn't deserve it. This is, of course, in great contrast to how it is in real America, where the police exist mainly to evict single mothers. But in the hyperbolic and unrealistic world of Tan Can Revenge 2, the police primarily try to stop you from killing people, cause you to kill more people in self-defense, shrug their shoulders 3 hours after a crime is committed, and then send about 20 bounty hunters to annoy me instead. Founded upon a system of bystanders and crime reports, meaning that if a person happens to observe your misdeeds, you are subtly encouraged to...
I want your skin. Okay, this text is killing me. I want your skin. Give me your skin.
terminate the remaining witnesses. Sorry that I talk about everything in a really roundabout way, but you kill them. You drag them off cliffs, you shoot them, you make Julius Caesar look like a fucking joke. But aside from just stabbing all your problems away, there are two different methods to ensure that the police at least temporarily leave us alone, which I am fairly interested in doing considering that I need to repeatedly go to the bullet store.
I wonder why you gotta repeatedly go to the bullet store. Good evening, I will have your finest murder implement.
For
Okay,
no
thanks.
particular reason. The first, of course, being to simply lawfully surrender and to successfully resist the temptation to reach for your gun, at which point you will be serving a $320,000 bounty for 10,000 counts of murdering officers, 1,002 counts of murder, 437 counts of abduction, 3 counts of inducing vapors, 49 counts of horse inversion, 9 billion counts of assault.
Can they prove any of this? I don't believe they can, so this is ridiculous.
And at least 40,000 DUIs. 40,001 DUIs. And the second is to just pay off your debt to the state in cash, which usually totals to about 1/3 of the money you stole. Yes, I did calculate it. Yes, I did invest it on the Cowboy stock market. And yes, I did lose it all on blackjack. Because this isn't actually about paying your debt to society. It's about your cut to the IRS. Which, of course, begs the question, if the gang is constantly being pursued by the police, and if that is a problem for us, why doesn't Dutch just go to the post office and pay his bounty? Is he stupid? The tranquil terrain and red roads of Georgia, therefore, represent the gang.
He just looks so shifty. Look at him like crouch walk.
Ideal rebellion against a world far too civilized and far too willing to catch serial arsonists. Though, just like in the real
A short walk in a quiet town that is on fire and has many a shootout all of the time.
America, everything is going to go downhill from here. And everything we do from this point forward is a raw statement of abject cruelty. It is all we have done. It is all we will do. The rapture happened in the year...
Welcome to the... What?
Abject cruelty. It is all we have done. It is all we will do.
Welcome to Chicago, sir. Bottom text.
The rapture happened in the year 2015, and 3 people were sent to heaven.
Everything you know and love will die soon in chapter 4.
Never mind. Everything is going to go really great.
Chapter 5. I love living in the greatest country on earth.
Just texted me in Blue Archive and told me that he has a plan. We are going to Tahiti or some shit. Dutch, I am Arthur, and I am fucking constipated with tuberculosis. And, I can kill people. I can legally kill people and shoot them. Let's fucking do it, Arthur.
Have sex with Dutch before you die and have regrets. Sure. Why not? You know, as a treat.
There she is. A real city.
Love the background music to this.
The future.
The giant albino crocodile. Or, you know what? It might have been an alligator, actually. But also, I promise you, there is AO3 fanfiction. There is definitely Red Dead Redemption 2 fanfiction like that. There you go. Ass first. He throwing it back, y'all. He throwing it back. Max0r, please. Max0r, please. Okay. Well, like a fever dream? What was that about?
So after doing, whatever that was, I made that shit and I still don't know what I did.
Random American City reference, please laugh. I worked very hard.
We awaken on the polluted shores of the city of Saint Denis, a major municipality of boundless beauty and classy commerce. Commerce that makes literally no sense, as Saint Denis' only route to the ocean takes us over a gigantic-ass waterfall. Which, no doubt, would complicate the gang's escape to Tahiti in—
Why is everyone blue?
Which, no doubt, would complicate the gang's escape to
Watch out, Archer. It's foreshadowing.
Tahiti in unforeseen ways. Why are there so many boats here? Who is putting them in the harbor? How can they get to the harbor? I have nobody to talk to about this.
Rockstar, answer my emails. I am fucking desperate.
So to escape the consequences of our crimes and get to said tropical paradise,
This is the end of the game after the gang escapes Tahiti, and Micah spontaneously dies somehow.
Dutch has a well-thought-out plan.
Money Tahiti. Money Tahiti. Money Tahiti.
I think Dutch hit his head a little too hard.
Money Tahiti.
Where we need to, that's right, commit even more crimes and get even more money. What could possibly go wrong? But first, we need to enter the big city by putting on an elegant disguise. Utilizing the game's extensive and normal customization options to convert to Islam, and with God's help, play the rest of the game as the changed man Abdullah Morgan, which, although a powerful build option with a variety of unique abilities,
that continuously includes throwing it back so hard you do damage. You go into the air and then you do damage when you land.
Unfortunately means that I'm required to abstain from drinking. So instead, we are just going to play the entire rest of the game looking like this.
Wow. Like coconut head went through it.
This is entirely for gameplay purposes. The Pinkertons are simply very unlikely to see this and conclude that it is human. Someone send the police after me because this shit is an actual crime. Now, other than role-playing as a recent escape from the Saint Denis Zoo,
what am I looking at? What is that?
there are many new kinds of entertainment which we can seek in the heart of the big city, such as one, perhaps even two types of gambling and antagonizing the women's suffrage movement for some reason. But if we are desiring the true urban experience,
I need to read that.
Some reason.
I want to abolish women's suffrage. We can't just let them suffer. I'm confident that's what it means. 100%. They shouldn't suffer. God.
But if we are desiring the true urban experience, there is no better place to be than the local theaters containing a myriad of impressive vaudeville shows, featuring fire-breathing dancers, exquisite comedic routines, 2250 rabid grizzly bears, and a musical performance about the existence of the telephone. Damn, that shit is gas. Finally capping off with an act in which the performer asks you to shoot him, and then
so you do.
You shoot him, as well as enjoying the
Shoot me. Not. Ow! What? Why would you do that? You literally told me to.
Novel and unusual Nickelodeons, where the eunuch film pincher cuts his images very quickly. I'm really excited for the new movie, I say with excitement. Little did I know, it would be a feature. A creature feature. Featuring the creature.
Oh my god.
So my personal favorite component of the American City experience would be catching a terminal illness and then going into permanent medical debt.
Breaking Bad fans when they see a terminal cancer diagnosis.
Which, as we all know, was the ultimate goal of the founding farters. Really, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just a game that is absolutely brimming with a frankly unnecessary amount of detail. So much so that it can sustain an entire YouTuber ecosystem whose job amount of detail.
You can clean every gun individually. No one is bothered by this.
Ecosystem.
100 billion details about I forget.
To point out things that are in the video game.
Why did you punch the horse? In Red Dead 2, you can get brain damage.
And yes, while I might be a little bit guilty of that, the
Okay, come on, man. I am represented by the freak of nature.
my channel is that
Me being escorted out of the Home Depot after making my move on the delicious drywall. What was your... What do you mean your move?
my videos are puzzles where you try to find the correct information. Like, for instance, did you know
Buddy, I'm gonna be 100%. Your videos, I just try to not have an aneurysm through. Like, I just try to survive, okay? Like, I want to read everything, I give up occasionally, and then I go back to pausing and going backwards. Like, it's... I have feelings, but I don't know what they are. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Memesicle, thank you for the follow. Like, I could not express to you the feelings I have based on your videos because I don't know what they are.
know that in Blue Dude Bamboozle 2, in the mission where Sean dies, you will notice that his horse is missing. This is a subtle nod to the fact that in just a few moments, Sean's brain will also be missing. Did you know, if you happen to shoot a shopkeeper in the face, they will appear again with a large bandage but still serve you?
Interesting. A fish. Handles. I don't... Okay.
This is a subtle reference to the fact that they have forgotten us as
I wonder why I suddenly have the urge to buy candles.
a consequence of the brain damage. Did you know, horse testicles do in fact shrink when cold?
Dutch, can I get a new horse? This one is female. No reason.
That is
Buddy. Are you out there doing something to the horse? I hope not. Anyway.
actually in the game, and I will not show you it.
This game has horse balls. You just have to trust me.
Can we do the next fucking joke, please? Did you know that if you shoot Javier, stab Dutch, cannonball Strauss, burn Sadie with a Molotov, drag
Jesus.
Micah off a cliff, explode Ms. Grimshaw, tie up Lenny, punch Mary Beth into the atmosphere, drag Hosea from a horse, throw an axe at Abigail, give radiation to Kieran for being a Hibernian, perform a duel against Jack, drown Pearson, run over Bill with a stagecoach, and insult John in front of his family,
God, look at you fools.
John will be very mad with you. But
Go to hell, shit.
my favorite detail in the entire game is that if the player donates $40,000 to the camp, and if this is before Dutch receives the traumatic brain injury that coincidentally makes him listen to Micah, the gang will finally have the money to journey down the waterfall and wash up unexpectedly upon the beautiful shores of Tahiti.
This is totally Tahiti. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine.
We're after a long and arduous day of
Someone was a nutsack designer and someone had to check his work.
holding the W key for 4 minutes straight. And 1 minute gay allows you to access the game's optional happy ending.
The gang of Michael was the one who caught tuberculosis by being a dipshit.
Where the Vanderlyn gang comes together to perform their very first land acknowledgement.
The fellas are how hungry? You fellas are how hungry? What?
Followed by a brief 4 more minutes of walking in chains as an apology for doing slavery and
You're sorry, but like I won't actually do anything.
white settler colonialism. Adding the island quest to the game was certainly a choice, definitely a decision, indubitably a determination. And if I was Rockstar Games, I would probably try not to build a 2-foot prison for the player to show off my extinct iguana modeling and how bad everyone is at shooting things.
You know, it's the Wild West. We do it with flair, not accuracy.
The fuck did I miss?
But ultimately, it is a necessary prison for us to discover the deep underlying truth. Tahiti was never truly a place. It was an elaborate hallucination.
Looks at the sun and goes blind.
Underlying truth. Tahiti was never truly a place. It was an elaborate
I love Tahiti. Let's all go to Tahiti.
hallucination, and where good cowboys go to a farm upstate. Therefore, just like the rest of America, Arthur Morgan is now doomed to achieve only the worst possible outcomes, and will thus persist in defying all of the civilized world.
Stop resisting. Stop
merely by
resisting.
continuing to live. Frankly, it is time for us to accept the facts. We are not going to escape civilization. We are not going to Tahiti. And I am an agent of the Antichrist. My videos are medium
Definitely an agent of chaos, if nothing else.
for dark spirits, and that is how I get the game to look like this. Leaving us with only one pressing question for us to finally address. What the fuck are we even doing right now?
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. To me, this game is you just vibe in whatever way you want to. I don't know. I don't play this game. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you're saying things and you're putting a lot of pictures and words on the screen, and sometimes it looks like I'm tripping balls and like I'm trying. Like I'm here. Ballad of 1,000 Candles.
After
Jesus.
playing for 2 hours inside of the definitely optional side quest that definitely takes place in Tahiti, Arthur Morgan returns to the accursed land of America with a new, optimistic outlook on life and the universe, leading him to retire from the outlaw life in order to pursue his true passion of stalking and killing innocent animals. And
He wasn't doing that before?
with an excessive 234 different species, each with their own excessively long skinning animation, which the developers worked very hard on, so please watch the entire thing. We will not let you skip it. Each kill is a digital
4
blood
hours
sacrifice to Satan himself. There is
Jesus.
certainly a lot of hunting to be done, and a lot of places to travel in the meantime, such as in the gleaming forests of Roanoke Ridge, where we bravely fought 10 to 20 copies of
Sends Jack to stratosphere. It's gotta be another mod. Like, I know it's another mod. That's the other thing. You just do things. You just add mods and you don't say anything about them.
Oh, Arthur.
I was just
Dreaming the silliest, softest of dreams. I miss you.
Elon Musk having to fight off his 40 children to avoid paying child support.
in the dank swamps of Bayou Noir, where I was killed and eaten by many alligators. In the sunny plains of West Elizabeth, where we extincted the last remaining buffalo, dooming us to interminable environmental collapse. In the beautiful vista
Fuck you, nature, I hate you.
Big Valley, where we shot at the hordes of perfidious Irishmen, an invasive species not native to this area. And in the deserts of New Austin, in the year of 2010, my dad bought a game for me called Red Dead Redemption 1, wherein I refused to play the actual game.
My intentions are normal. Trust me around animals. I don't know if they are after the horse comment earlier. I maybe wouldn't.
Because I was too busy slaughtering and skinning all available farm animals in a 10-mile radius. Not to sell their skins, mind you, just for the love of the game. which I
Okay.
did dutifully and elegantly for the next 5 hours until my dad told me that in order to keep playing the game, I had to stop doing that. And as Arthur traveled all across these United States, meeting numerous people and killing numerous more, he dwelled on all of the things that had brought him to this moment, and realized with an uncomfortable clarity that this was stupid, that no matter how many crimes he committed, no matter how much money he donated, it was never enough to satisfy Dutch's insatiable need.
Me crashing out after the injuries have caused me to become paranoid of my friends and family.
An insatiable need to buy more candles. And the more that Arthur gave to him, the more candles he always seemed to acquire.
This has to be a mod. The candle thing has to be a bit. Like, it has to be.
All the while, the man standing behind his shoulder, the man who fed into his worst impulses and darkest fears, was not the brightest wick in the candle store. And as Arthur gazed into the fireplace, wondering how he could have been so blind, and how he could be left in the dark for so long, as if a bright candle had just illuminated his darkest night, he had finally come to the realization that he alone had the power to end this vicious cycle, and that he alone had to put a stop to it once and for all.
I'm waiting for him to smack me in the face with something ridiculous. Like, I'm absolutely waiting for my, like, mental stability to be just snapped in half. Trust issues activated.
So as he rode that long ride back to Roanoke Ridge, as he remembered every struggle that had come before, and all the people who had helped him get there, and yes, I am counting skeletons as people, he knew that this was going to be his Red Dead Redemption 2.
What?
For the PlayStation 4. Hurry! A lot of candles. Hurry!
We just got plenty of time, Micah. Time to discuss our finances.
Black Lung, you're back. Hooray.
That is quite a bit of candles, Dutch. No doubt expensive. Now, Dutch, I can hardly blame you on account of your traumatic brain injury, but as for Micah, well, Micah's just fucking stupid on his own.
You know we need the candles, Black Lung.
We don't.
Why do we need the candle? I mean, the candles aren't real, but why do we need them in this little storyline you have created?
That's a goddamn lie.
Dutch.
Dutch, think of the value.
What fucking value, Micah?
They're an investment, Black Lung.
It all makes sense now.
No, it damn well doesn't.
Dutch, think.
Dutch, it's getting pretty dark out. You wanna buy some candles?
Dutch! You left me. You left me to die!
New person coming in.
That was literally the point. You're fucking weird. What? Can you go away now? Fuck! Perhaps I'm not the only one with brain damage.
That's right. Because I also hit my head too hard in a trolley accident. All that and so much more, Dutch. For fucking candles?
Be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the dark.
Excuse me, I've been trying to contact you regarding a free trial to the new...
Trying to contact you about your extended buggy warranty. Yeah.
What?
Now! Who among us? Among us? Is with me?
Gus.
And who are you again? God, I'm sorry.
Dutch, don't do this. You can't sell them, they're just gonna melt.
He's lying. He's lying, Dutch.
You eat babies.
You eat babies? Back that ass up, man. Throw it back.
Come on, Arthur. Tahiti's just ahead.
Fuck off.
Tahiti's not real.
No, I ain't taking directions from a deadbeat.
Come on.
You go.
Arthur, I told you I'd get to my child support payments after we got out of this mess.
I love you, random side character that I just met today. Now, I'll hold him off. Here. And promise me that you will go drunk driving at least once.
Just for the thrill of it. Don't actually do that.
I guarantee you it is. Quite the experience. Now, go.
Arthur.
So that one fateful day,
Arthur!
you can achieve your Red Dead Redemption 2.
God.
You're my brother.
I don't know who the hell you are. They should make a sequel game about you or something. Fuck it, I don't know.
This is actually not the end of the video. I have other stuff I want to show.
Hey,
Oh,
Mark,
good.
I got a headache. You got some ibuprofen?
I mean, dude did have consumption, so. Our Red Dead Redemption 2.
This one's for you, Arthur! I'm going to Tahiti!
Well, you didn't quite make it up there, bud.
Hey there guys, it's me, side character Max0r, out here building John's house during the middle of an actual riot. Listen, this has been a very long video with a diverse amount of visual effects, and I just want you to know that these take a very long time to make. This and the last video took a lot out of me because my workday is about 10 hours long in order to finish 30 seconds of video, mainly because every single shot in this video has around 3 failed prototypes, and that shot of John flying into his house had to be repeated maybe 12 different times. So be patient with the next project, please. I could just be making slop right now, but I choose to make garbage instead. And on that note, a big thank you to all the people at my Patreon, who are the only reason that a video like this can be made in the first place. And if you want to fund the creation of further questionable endeavors, the link to do so is in the description. I am still working on creating Max0r merchandise, but again, I am one person, and this video has basically put me on the edge of a mental breakdown. As always, more insane gotcha.
Yeah, I could see how this video might have put you on the edge of a mental breakdown. I feel similar vibes, and I didn't even have to make the damn thing. I just sat here and watched it for 53 minutes.
Game content to come, and I hope that all of you have a very lumbago Tahiti or something.
Uncle wishing John a very lumbago Tahiti or something, I don't know.
Just play this game already.
Cruel, cruel world, must I go on? Cruel, cruel world, I'm moving on. I've been
We all question how he makes, maybe he puts something in the gum or something to make it hit a little harder. I don't know. Maybe he's got some like something. I don't know. Something's helping him. I don't know what it is. It might be his own brain. You know, natural brain chemistry. I don't got it. Whatever it is. This is a lot. This is just a lot. I gotta be 100% with you. These make my brain feel slushy. Like, I don't... you know, these are the type of things that I would be scared to maybe, like, be inebriated in some way while watching. Like, I just, like, I'm gonna be honest. That's how I feel about this.